Welcome to the breaking news about the City of Seattle Council.
We would like to inform everyone in King County, Washington, about what is going on Seattle City Hall. Seattle City Council members may approve a bill that will bring 239 county-only taxi cabs to Seattle and leave King County cities and neighborhoods severely underserved.
Taxicab owners of the taxicab company, Seattle-Tacoma International Taxi Association, also known, Stita, are the ones who started in pushing forth this bill to...
But I read the proposal and it says, when they are picking up passengers that are in Seattle, those passengers, for example, Microsoft employees, must have a contract and account with the county cab company, for example, Stita, and it is because they want to reduce waste, to protect environment, by eliminating deadheading, and all of that good stuff.
Okay, if I understand you correctly, number 1, deadheading, meaning driving an empty from Seattle to the county, after dropping off a passenger. Number 2, to reduce waste, and protect the environment. Both arguments are false, and false. Number 1, there is no deadheading solutions between the cities and the towns. Deadheading solutions is applied between cities and the airports only. When a taxi cab driver drops off a passenger at the airport, the chances are high to find another passenger who is ready and want to leave the airport. That is not true between the cities or neighborhoods. Taxi cabs in Seattle normally wait 20 minutes between the trips.
County-only taxi cabs, then will wait around and pick up whoever they want. So, will the city inspectors then be everywhere to check who those 239 county-only taxi cabs are picking up? Contracted passengers or not contracted passengers? City of Seattle does not have enough inspectors as we now speak. Stita's original plan was just get a free Seattle taxi cab permit. Of course, through the council members. So, instead of trying to get the permit in one step, they are doing in 2 steps. Anyways, if they get this proposal approved, they are essentially have Seattle taxi cab permit.
Show you a short city council meeting videos and an interview with long-time City of Seattle taxi cab driver. Well, we all know Stita had a contract with Sea-Tac Airport. And after they lost that lucrative contract, right away they wanted to get a free Seattle taxi cab permit, and that was November 1st, 2010. They had no plan working in the county. That was also a 2-step goal. First, a temporary taxi cab permit and make it permanent taxi cab. When Stita had the contract with Sea-Tac Airport, they never worked and dispatched to the King County. And they never wanted Seattle City taxi cab drivers to get county taxi cab permit. The county council members refused to issue permits to Seattle taxi cabs to fill the void of 170 Stita King County permit holders left.
Understandable, to protect their territory from Seattle taxi cab drivers, but I don't agree. Because, if they were too busy with the Sea-Tac Airport, they should allow the county residents to get good taxi cab services even if that means the release of new county taxi cab permits. Now, they want the city taxi cab permit. Okay, let's leave the providing good taxi cab services for the residents of King County aside for now. So, they didn't care about the environment because they did not dispatch to the county cities during their contract with the Sea-Tac Airport even though they had the tax cab permit to do so. And they were against other companies to help out while reducing so-called deadheading and waste. This is nothing but a ploy to get a free Seattle taxi cab permit. Besides, why they want to drive 100 miles all the way to Redmond 10 times? Just go and work in Mercer Island, Shoreline, White Center, South Park, Skyway, depending on where in Seattle Stita drops off their customers. Our request to council members, drop this, so-called, solution to deadheading, amendment. It does not exist. And thank you.
Seattle Times, July, 2001. Stita in Sea-Tac Airport was told about deadheading. Port officials refused to make changes, and Stita official were happy. Again, Seattle Times, May 2003. Stita in Sea-Tac Airport was told about deadheading. Port officials refused to make changes. Miss Stevens Stita Board of Directors welcomed the news. King County documents, June 2007. Stita were against releasing new King County taxicab licensing. Here is another article from crosscut.com. October 2008. Again, issues about deadheading between cities in the airport was talked about. Port official admits Stita wants to keep the airport to themselves. November 2010. Stita lost contract with Sea-Tac Airport. Stita wants free taxi permits from Seattle.
My name is Harpit Basi. I represent Stita. And I appreciate you guys giving me this chance to speak in front of you. Been in Stita from last 23 years. Stita was established in 1989 with 166 cabs originally. Since we lost the airport contract, 76 cabs left to other cab companies, and we are still with 90 cabs in our company. All our cabs are county licensed only. They also do about at least 100 miles a day deadheading empty miles. We put 20,987,000 miles empty in 1 year, wasting gas minimum of 524,687 or maximum of 1,049,375 gallons. $4 per gallon, that would be a cost minimum of 2,098,748 or maximum of 4,197,500, which is a huge money, which is a huge natural resources we are wasting. That means every time we pick up a customer from county and bring it to the city, we go back empty.
If we ever do go to a dual license model, which I think we should consider that, this sets a policy direction to head us in the right direction.
Licensing. If a company that holds a county taxi license today wants to sign a contract with a business in Seattle to provide service, they can do that today and get a city taxi license. And there are many that have dual licenses. So there's nothing that prevents them from doing that today.
So first of all, they can't just get the license unless they have a few $100,000. There's no license for these folks to get. So that's not true. Number two, that this does address the deadheading head on. It does address the deadheading issue. And number three, Councilman Licata, and I don't expect any of you to have attended the other 12 meetings. I have not missed one meeting. And I will tell you that we had an enormous amount of information on how much gas is wasted and how much time is wasted on this issue. That we heard testimony from these drivers that are doing that and playing by the rules, by the way, dropping off a person, looking at the employee, just wanting to go back to Redmond, and they're saying that we can't take you back. So if we ever do go to a dual license model, which I think we should consider that, this sets a policy direction to head us in the right direction. And once again, we're punting on the issue. This is the time to address the deadheading issue. It's a very simple, it's verifiable. It's one of the few experiences in the taxi cab industry that we can verify whether the 70%, as an example, is being done or not. You're talking about them gaming the system and having multiple employment contracts. Well, there's limousines out there, there's town cars out there, and so if we're going toward a meritocracy and these county-only licensed folks have contracts with employers, then I think we should encourage that. If that's what the employer wants, that's what the corporation wants. So again, the original language does address deadheading. It is verifiable, and we're not looking at flooding the market with a lot of these entrants. But what I would like to get to you is the information on the gas wasted and vehicle miles traveled because of this problem, and it is significant. And we've had...
Yes, they can. You just want to give them a free Seattle taxicab permit. That is what I'm asking for.
the reason why I think my amendment deserves support is because, first of all, I think his concern is a valid one, that if a county-only license has a contract with Microsoft and Amazon and Starbucks and a hospital, they can basically stay within the system and virtually become a city license. And they can game the system in that way, and so that is not the intent.
Oh, we do. Just, I am concerned about enforcement. That's one of the problems we too often make, is that we assume we have something on the books that's going to work. If we were to not make Burgess's amendment, I'm concerned that we'd be changing the rules of the game in a way that would not really would be unfair to Seattle licensed taxi cabs.